back to reality with my electric rate. As you'll see, it took a chunk out of January profits. Alrighty, Rusky's Crypto Cave here. We are going to do the monthly review of January profits, since that was the most recent month. And as you can see, here's my spreadsheet pulled up. It's pretty much the same as the spreadsheet I've been using. I did add a few things. I added a tab down here for helium stuff because I did get some mobile Wi-Fi hotspots. The indoor one is the only one that's currently working, and so far it's made 18 bucks. And I swapped that into USDC right away because the game plan, I think I mentioned in a previous video, is to swap majority of it to USDC or Solana and stake Solana. The USDC I have in Coinbase, earning 5% there as well. So that is the game plan there. My outdoor hotspot did arrive. It's sitting in the box right there. I do need to get the PoE injector, which I forgot to order. Just too damn busy at work and it slipped my mind. Haven't done it. And some Cat 6 cables I have to get, some outdoor rated ones, which I already ordered, and they should be here tomorrow. Because I still have to work tomorrow, but I will be off on Sunday, thank God. And I will get that set up and running on Sunday, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And hopefully I could get all the settings correctly and get everything working properly, so I'm getting 100% of the rewards and not nerfed down to 0.75 or 0.5 of the rewards. But that's a topic for another day or another video. But this video is about January mining profits. So let's go over to here. It's going to be looking pretty much the same. There's going to be a whole lot more node transactions just because the Neoxa node has been up and running. As you can see, there's most of these it's all Flux and Neoxa with a couple pre-search payments in here. And as far as the mining transactions, I did stop mining Doge and Litecoin during the month. I turned off the Mini Doge Pro, so that was shut down. And pretty much everything else is pretty much the same. So there's only been like 52, 51 actually mining transactions because this starts at row 2. And then at the end here, you'll see there is IoT that was been added. That is, I'll make sure my camera thing is not blocking it. Yeah, it is not. So the IoT, that it was probably more than a month of rewards because my IoT miners barely make anything at all. So I'm going to do a claim at the end of the month, each month. I'll see what it is at the end of February. Maybe I'll have to switch it to do every 2 months. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But the mobile ones I'm doing weekly. So I'm going to be doing them every Saturday night and claiming the rewards that way. And then doing the swaps on Jupiter and all that fun stuff. Speaking of Jupiter, there was 2 airdrops last month that I took advantage of on Jupiter from the Helium app. I also had the Phantom app, but I haven't really swapped anything in there, so I wasn't eligible for the rewards in there. But I did do some swaps in the Helium app, and the When token airdrop was worth about $80 some. So I swapped it to 0.95 Solana, and that is currently being staked, and that was worth about $88 at the time. And then on January 31st, I received 200 Jupiter tokens. I swapped 190 of them. I kept 10 in the Helium wallet just for shits and giggles, just to see if anything happens with it. It may go to 0. It may be worth more. Who knows? But when I swapped these, it was probably currently worth 60-something cents, whatever it was. And I received $122 of USDC and sent that right to Coinbase as well. So that is also earning 5% now on Coinbase. So that's why there's no values in here for current values and stuff. Like Solana, I probably could, but I had to update the current prices tab, and I haven't done that yet. So, but as you can see, this will be like a nice little summary here. I can probably zoom in a little bit to get a better view of it as far as what I mined for the month. Total revenue was $3,055. Current value I haven't updated yet, so actually let's give that a little refresh. Refreshing all requests. 2814. So that went up a little bit, but it's still down, but not terrible. So, but anyway, the taxable events, the revenue was at $3,055. So that's kind of what I'm going off of. This current value thing was just added just to kind of see what's going on and stuff. Might be kind of neat to revisit this number in a year or two or in the middle of the bull run just to see what I'm mining today and what it's worth a year from now, and see how much higher or lower that number is. So maybe I'll have to make a note and put a reminder maybe a year from now to say, hey, when the bull market hits, just to go back and check it just to see what it's like. Be kind of interesting to see just how much it appreciated. So now I'm thinking I took $3,000 of revenue in this month. Maybe in a bull run, is that going to be 6,000 or 7,000 or 10,000 or 1,000, whatever happens with the market in the future. So, but anyway, as of now, it's $3,055.36, and then here is all the coins that I mined. So during the month, the bulk of it was going to be Lithium at 30% of the total value mined for the month. Just under 500 Lithium mined for the month. Next would be Bitcoin. That is at 0.0188. Just shy of $800 worth of Bitcoin at 28%. 200 Dynex at 4.4%. A little bit of Doge at 0.2. A little bit of Ergo from DeFi stuff at 0.6 for $13. Not much. Flux. I did stop mining Flux early on in January. But there was a payments. We could go up and see. And that was 9 was mining at 6, and another 100 and 23. So we got 123, 129, 138, roughly 138 or so from mining, and then the other 52 or so or whatever it was is from the Nimbus node. I do not take into account parallel assets because I don't claim them very often because the fees are ridiculous, and if you do them often, you'll just get eaten up in fees. So I don't do it that often. I'll probably wait until, well, actually, they already did a snapshot for the next airdrop, so I might just do it once a year. So maybe at the end of the year, I'll claim them. We'll see how that goes. But it's been a while. The last time I claimed them was right before the last snapshot, so it's just been stacking ever since. Let's see, Caspa, 5,500 Caspa for the month, just under $600 at 21%. So that's basically the third most mined coin as far as revenue. Tiny little bit of Litecoin before I shut the miner off. The node has earned me 40,500 Neoxa for the month, with a value of $139.85. I have my Jazz miner mining Octaspace and dual mining Pac-Man at the same time, so right around 40-ish of each for $28 and some change. I did turn my 1660 Ti rigs onto Radiant a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago maybe. I forget exactly when it was, but to start stacking a little more Radiant before the halving. So I received a payout of 5,000 Radiant for $8. Chia, got one of those basic starter kits sitting over there underneath the TV, next to my CPU miners and stuff. Just under 0.1 Chia for the month for $3. Zephyr, do have my CPU rigs on Zephyr. I just recently switched 2 of them off Nice Hash RandomX and just put them right directly to the Cryptex mining pool, mining Zephyr directly. This is stack a few more of those for the month. I did receive 3, because I have my payouts set at 1 Zephyr, so I received 3 payouts at 1 each, for a total of $47. Next one is I mined 2,500 Zilliqa for a value of just under $54. And that Zilliqa is getting staked. Once I get to, say, 5,000 or so Zilla in my wallet, I'll go and add it to my stake, just because there is a Zilliqa fee for doing that. So I don't want to do it every time I get a payment, because the fees will start eating you up. because I think it's could potentially be up to a 60 zil fee on the transaction to stake them. I haven't seen a fee that high yet hit my wallet. Some of them have been around 10, 12, 15, 11, but I've been just waiting to get to 5,000 in a wallet and then stake. So I think I have 20,000 Zilliqa staked, and I have a couple hundred Zil to claim. I was probably going to wait till the claim amount gets to around the 500 range or so, and then claim that. But next one is pre-search. Mine 400, not mine, but the nodes paid out 406 pre-search for the month. It's once it gets to around 100 is when I claim the rewards, and then add it to the stake of a node, just to get a little bit more pre. Might try doing some like keyword staking or something like that once I get up to an additional 1,000. I believe that probably won't happen until March. I'm gonna guess March is probably when I'll have that an extra 1,000 pre-search to play around with and see how it goes as far as keyword staking, search staking, whatever, just to see what works better. But and then I'm just basically I'm just gonna keep on stacking until another node. So guessing it's probably gonna take close to a year to get the 4,000 pre to get another node. So, and then for the month I get 6,296 mobile tokens, and those were pretty much immediately swapped out to USDC as we talked about earlier, and 1,800 IoT for about $3.58, and I'm pretty sure that's way more than a month of earnings. I'm thinking I'm getting $1 a month, if that. So, but that is all on the revenue side, and here comes the pain. We're gonna pull up the electricity tab. Bill was $1,877.11 for total kilowatt usage of 16,349 kilowatts for the month, which works out to be about 11.48 cents, including all fees and all that type of stuff. Because if you just do the distribution and the power rate, it was probably in a 10.5 cent range is what it was supposed to be. So it's almost another full cent added just for the bullshit fees. So, and it just shows the 314 kilowatts for the 1660 Ti rig that was used for the month. The 2070 rig, the Wemo device is acting up. So what I did was just use the amount of kilowatts on the last report that I could get. It's been mining the same thing for the last 2 months. I just multiplied that by 30, so that's not going to be a 100% accurate. Once the device starts working correctly, I tried powering it on and off a few times. Whatever, it wasn't working. There's a firmware update. Maybe I can try to do that, but it won't stay online. It's still working as far as letting power through to power the rig, but it's not showing up in the app. So maybe it's foobar. I don't know, but whatever. We'll figure it out. If not, I do have another one floating around here somewhere, because I don't think they sell them things anymore. So, but they actually work pretty convenient to track power usage on the 110 outlets or the 120 outlets. But it's neither here nor there. So that is just an estimate. It's going to be pretty close. I bet you it's within 15, 20 kilowatts, which isn't going to be a deal breaker. And then the next one is the 3070 Ti rig, used 450 kilowatts for the month. And then I renamed this column Shed, which actually I should probably bold these titles. Bold this one. So the Shed used 11,770 kilowatts for the month. For the total kilowatts for the month was just under 13,000 for mining operations, which works out to be kilowatts. The total price that I paid for mining was $1,483 in electric usage. Previously, that was $700, $800 maybe, or less. So on the unlimited plans, so Inspire, I miss you dearly. But there is positive hope. I did sign up with a new unlimited provider. Intro plan for 1 month. I think a kilowatt per hour should be under 6 cents, but it's only going to last a month. Did just check my PP&L bill before, not bill, but the account before I switched over, before I started recording this, and it does show that provider as my electricity provider. So we'll see how that goes, and then see if they kick me off after a month, or they just adjust the rate plan, the flat fee, because right now I think it's $115 flat fee plus distribution. So it should work out to be around the 6 cent range, I'm thinking. But maybe a little more, a little less. A hell of a lot less than the 11.5 cents, that's for sure. So we'll see how that plays out for next month. And hopefully we'll have next month actually might be kind of a goofy bill because it's going to be part New Wave and part Verde with the unlimited plan. So it's probably going to be a pain in the ass to calculate the electric for next month. But might just average it out and do it that way. Might be the easiest way to do it. Just get an average kilowatt for the whole entire month for what the total bill comes to and the amount of power I use, and just average it out. So, but we'll figure that part out next month. But so anyway, $14.83 was the electricity bill for mining operations. The rest of it was for the house, which seems kind of high. That I used almost $400. But then there's also my 4 CPU rigs that are right over there. Those are not monitored. Well, I should get them out in a shed or something like that and monitor power uses on them, because that's electricity that I'm not able to write off just because I haven't tracked it. So some of it is that. What else? Helium hotspots and stuff like that, they barely use any power, and the Chia miner doesn't use much power, so that's not going to make a substantial difference. But yeah, but it's kind of interesting to me that I use that much electricity for the house. It kind of seems like it doesn't make sense, but numbers seem right. Anyway, so now let's go over to the income statement. And mining operation income was $2649.45. Nodes was $182.24. DeFi was $223.66, and a good chunk of that was actually just about all of it, except for about $13. I think about $13 was from Ergo DeFi stuff. The rest was those airdrops for $200 and some. And then there's the electric bill for $1483.26 for mining operations. And I added a column here for hosting because pre-search I do have 3 nodes hosted at about $2 a piece, so that's $6. And the Oxa node is $6 a month, and the Flux Nimbus node is about $28 a month. It's like $27.90 something or whatever it works out to be on host nodes. What I'm probably going to do is in March is when that expires. I will be moving everything over to node orbits. I also have two of the 3 pre-search nodes are on rack nerds. I'm going to move those to node orbits as well to keep everything together. It'll be much easier to track and subscriptions and all that fun stuff. So that is one thing that I did not have in 23, which did have the Nimbus node for most of 23, and that was the bulk of it. Pre-search was just added for 24. The 4th pre-search node was just added recently as well. So actually throughout all of 23, though, I did pretty much have the $28 a month hosting fees for the Nimbus and roughly $4 for the pre-search. Because I have 3 of the pre-search nodes hosted. The other one is on a Raspberry Pi that's in the room back there. Which actually the little fan for the Raspberry Pi case I think is going bad because it's buzzing and making all kinds of noise. So I have another kit. I'll just maybe have to replace it or something. Because I bought 2 Raspberry Pis to do Cumulus nodes. I was going to run them here at the house, and I decided I'm just going to stack the Flux to get to. I was semi-close to a Nimbus node for a while, and I just didn't set up more than 1 Cumulus node at home just because there was a pain in the ass and updates and all that stuff. So much easier having a Nimbus node than having it hosted because they handle the updates and all that stuff. So much easier. But yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much it for January. Still, I guess I really can't complain. Still made about $1,500 in profit. These are all divided by 0 just because there's no data here. So that's going to be annoying for a while. But I may even just put like a penny in the electric bill for the month just so it shows something and not divide by 0. Because as the year goes on, it will accumulate and total up how much is being made in profit for the year and how much was spent on electric and so on and so forth. So But yeah, that electric bill stings. Next month should be better, so hopefully mining profits keep up. It'd be nice to get that outdoor helium mobile hotspot up, because like the planner, I know I'm sure it's changed, but it was $18 to $20 per month just for that in helium mobile tokens. So if it's done at $15, not per month, per day. So that will bring some additional income. That doesn't 20 watts is all it's going to use. So it's kind of not going to use much power. I was even thinking about getting a helium mobile phone and just get it the cheapest plan they have, which I think is $20. I don't think they offered a $5 a month plan anymore. And using that as the business phone for Rusky's Crypto Cave, and have that as a write-off and use that for the data, and maybe even get some data rewards and so on and so forth. So that's something else to mess around with. But as far as January profitability, this is where we stand. Overall, I really can't complain other than the electric bill being stupid high, but it's still a whole hell of a lot better when a lot of these out there with 20, 30, 40, 50 cent electric and something crazy shit like that is like, good God. So overall, I guess I can't bitch too much, although I will. So it is what it is. But yeah, on to February. Not much going on in February so far. Just had a Flux node payment. That's it. So I should be getting in the Yaxon node payment here shortly, sometime today. But as far as no mining payouts, a couple of them are, I'd say Dynex and Lithium are probably about halfway to payouts and stuff. So I'll just keep on rolling. February's a shorter month, so I know the revenue numbers are probably going to be down unless we get a nice little pump in crypto prices. But then hopefully maybe the helium mobile will offset some of that. So we'll see. But until in the next month, this is the end of the January profitability video. Catch us later.